One of the statistics that we found concerning cancer was that 1 out of 2 men are going to experience cancer, 1 out of 3 women, and that 3 out of 4 families will have someone in their family that have been diagnosed with cancer. I know for each one of us, we've experienced it ourselves firsthand. Bang, you hit this bend in the road. It changes your life forever.
I did have the 2 experiences that I had with cancer, but more than that, what really motivated me is years ago I had a friend who had a stage 4 esophagus cancer, and I really did all the wrong things. Pastor, I can count my regrets on one hand, and that's there. I look back and I think I downplayed his cancer. I thought I was making him feel better to say, oh, they must have they've got it wrong. You'll be fine. Let's just, let's go out to lunch. Let's
just eat and feel better.
Yeah, let's make him all better.
And knowing if I knew then what I know now, all the things that I could have done to help him, to help my father when my father went through cancer, I really wanted to be involved in this project so that I can be more prepared if I ever cross paths with someone who needs me again. I want to do all the right things, and so that's my heart. That's my motivation.
When I was first diagnosed and I had to go into chemotherapy right away, I was on a very strong drug that they weren't sure I was going to make it through it. And when I went into my first session, I was sitting in the chemo chair, and looking around me, looking at a lot of people who in my mind were dying because they were placid, they were gray, and they weren't happy. So my goal was, when I was there, to walk through the little rooms that you have set up, or the little side room, and make everybody laugh, have jokes. So at one occasion, when I came in, I had met a woman the week before that I'd gone in who was really struggling. And the next week she was in the offshoot room, which is off to the side, and she was sitting there with a bunch of other people getting their chemotherapy. And I went in to see her, and she was slugged down real low in her chair like that. And I walked over to talk to her, and I have my vial with me, my tube, and I pulled up next to her and got on the floor next to her and sat down, and it was a chair just like this, and I looked at her and I said, "What's the matter today, honey? What's going on?" And she looked at me and she said, "Michelle, we're going to die." And I said, "Yes, we all are going to die, but not today. Today's not your day." And as I talked to her, she laughed a little bit, but tears were coming down, and I had my hand on her arms and I was reaching over to her, and I said, "We can't walk this alone. You're trying to walk this alone." And I said, "I have Jesus in my life, and there's no fear of death because he'll be beside me. I need to know that you have Jesus in your life." And at that moment, as I was sitting there crying and laughing with her and bringing some hope into her light as her eyes did light up, I thought to myself, this is my defining moment right here. This is where God's telling me, this is not about you, Michelle. This is bigger than you. And you've got to go out and reach people. And that never died. That's in my heart. And we can't stop. One is not enough. It's every single person who's going through this needs to know, even if they do know, that Jesus is there. And our mission is to go out and walk in that field, share our hope and where it comes from.